Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Definite, and I want to tell you about this cool app I just found out about. It's called Anchor. It's a real cool app, man. I think you guys will really feel it. It's easy, it's fun, it's exciting, uh, it's free. That's the best part, and you can make money off it, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home, and it will help you distribute to different platforms where everybody can hear your podcast. So if you ever dreamed about making a podcast, download the app today, Anchor. Hey, welcome. This is another podcast of Straight Talk with Definite. Thank you for tuning in. You are listening to your boy Definite. Welcome. How are you? I figured this podcast I would do it on the topic of are you afraid to show the world who you truly are? Show off your scabs. And when I say scabs, what I'm referring to is your vulnerability, your past mistakes, your past regrets, your past relationships, your past tragedies. Are you willing to show yourself and reveal who you truly are, what makes you who you are? A lot of people out here today try to avoid that at all costs. You know what I mean? They try to put up this facade, this persona of being this person who got to shake off the haters. You know what I mean? And nothing phases them. They're invincible. They don't lose any sleep over people that don't like them. They don't give a fuck, especially on social media. And hip hop has definitely played a role in this, I say, global facade now of being that kind of, individual. But is that real? I mean, when you think about it, is it really, is it possible that you could just walk through life and nothing faces you? I mean, wouldn't that be great though? I mean, if we didn't feel any kind of emotions, right? I mean, we would never have to feel sadness again, never have to experience fear again, never have to experience, disappointment. I mean, that would be a great thing. But in my opinion, I see that as unrealistic. Definitely unrealistic, not feeling anything. And frankly, I wouldn't want to be that way where I don't feel anything. Because if you don't feel anything, then you're not living. You're not, experiencing all that the world has to offer, all that life itself has to offer. I mean, isn't that the point? To experience and to feel everything, whether it's good or bad. Some would say, they learned great pain, but they learned through it. The pain, the tragedy, it formed them into who they are. I personally can speak from past experience. When my mother died, it definitely transformed me to be a lot stronger, because I had to go through pretty much, the whole grieving process alone. I didn't have, many people supporting me. It wasn't until later on down the road I had met a young lady, and she ended up helping me through that process of grieving. And she was really, she had my back 100%. And, she showed me a lot of different survival tactics. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't prepared for the world, I'll be honest. I was a mama's boy. My mother pretty much did everything for me, even when I was still grown. She was still doing everything for me. If I, had to call, something to straighten it out, some kind of mistake, business error, or, something like that, my mother would make the phone call, and I was a grown man. I was a grown man, but, I was used to her doing everything. So when she died, yeah, I had to shake that shit real fast. And I definitely had to, become a man. I had to, learn to be independent, to be strong. And definitely, it transformed me into who I am now. I'm definitely a more stronger individual, definitely more patient, definitely more, well-rounded, and it all came from tragedy. So what I just did right there is I welcomed you into my world, and I gave you a little bit of who I am and what makes me, who I am today, and why I think the way I think, or behave the way I behave, talk the way I talk, believe in what I believe in. But a lot of people are not choosing to do that. They're not choosing to let you into or invite you into their world. And that's cool too. I mean, everybody has their reasons why not. For some, it's very painful to reveal certain things, about themselves. They've been through so much disappointments and, abuse, bad relationships, where they were either physical or verbally abusive. They've been through it all, and they got their battle scars, but they're not willing to let anybody closer, because they feel that's the reason why they have these scars now, because they made that mistake of letting somebody get close to them, to, being vulnerable. And, being vulnerable is it's human, I in my opinion, but some people don't like to be vulnerable. They feel it's a weakness, They don't let nobody get too close to you. So that's, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like to reveal anybody, to anybody who they are. They'll keep a facade like everything is good, and, that's it. Their problems, they'll deal with on their own. A lot of people are very private like that. They're very private, and they respect their privacy, and that's cool too. I mean, I'm pretty private, as far as certain things. I don't tell everything about myself. There'll be some things you guys will never hear me speak about, and I guess because it's too painful, or in some cases I might even be embarrassed by some of the things that I don't wish to air or share. So I can relate to that too. I most definitely can relate to being private. And there's nothing wrong with being private, nothing. Like in some cases, you most definitely have to keep things private, because not everybody has your best intentions. Some people might use your private information to, for something that's not, good for you, you know.